Good morning, students. I hope you all are well, healthy, and fit, and enjoying your holidays. This lecture is the continuation of the last lecture. In this lecture, we will talk about the first aid for cuts and scratches, first aid for nosebleed, and first aid for fractures. So, let's start with the first aid for cuts and scratches. Cuts and scratches are common injuries and usually treated at home. This picture shows the injuries from cuts and scratches. So, in case of cuts and scratches, we should follow the following first aid steps. The first step is wash the area with running water because it helps prevent infections. The first step that we should follow is to wash the area with running water because it helps prevent infection. In second step, clean the area with an antiseptic lotion because it helps in heal from pain. In the third step, cover the area with a cotton wool or use a bandage. Because of this, it can prevent to catch infections. So these are the steps that we should follow in case of minor cuts and scratches. But if the cut is deep, then we must try to stop the bleeding, which can be done by tying a bandage above the wound or make a thick pad of sterile gauze and press it over the wound. It will stop the blood supply to the cut and help in stopping the loss of blood. This is known as tourniquet. So, tourniquet is the process to tying a bandage above a wound and press it hard to stop blood flow to a cut and help in stopping the loss of blood. And the final step, take the person to the doctor and remember to get an anti-tetanus injection within 48 hours. An anti-tetanus injection may be required if the cut has been caused due to a rusted piece of iron such as nail or any sharp or pointed dirty object. So these are the following first aid steps that we should follow in case of cuts and scratches. Now let's move forward to the first aid for nose bleeding. Nose bleeding is very common during the summer season because it happens when small capillaries of the nose burst and the blood it start coming out from the nose. So in case of nosebleed, we should follow the following first aid step as listed here. The first step, make the person lie flat on his back because this will prevent any blood from going down the back of the throat which cause vomiting. So the first step is to lie down a person flat on his back. In the second step, pinch the bridge of the nose and put ice on it. In the second step, we should pinch the bridge. It helps control bleeding. In the third step, pour cold water on the head. So these are the following first aid steps for nosebleed that we should follow. Now let's move forward to the first aid for fracture. A crack or a break in a bone is known as fracture. As you can see here in this picture, it shows the crack in a bone, and this crack in a bone is known as fracture. So in case of fracture, we should follow the first 8 steps as listed here. The first step that we should follow is to calm the person and make him comfortable. In second step, do not let the fractured part hang loose because it will cause a lot of pain. That's why do not let the fractured part hang loose. And third, put a flat object like a cardboard or a notebook under the fractured part and give support by tying a piece of cloth around it. This support is known as splint, and the cloth tied around is called sling. This picture shows sling and splint. So basically, and the final step is to take the person to the doctor immediately because the fracture can only treated by a doctor. I hope you all are understand today's lecture. So on the basis of today's lecture, I'll give you a one worksheet and you have to complete that worksheet in your previous year science notebook or in a separate science notebook. Thank you.